couple of them. The first one, you know, here's my 30 seconds. Let's turn it out. Do not try to
maybe through my lies you can find the truth.
Here's a good one. The Holocaust was not taken off the curriculum in the UK.
Sir, do you have a question?
You can look that up in line. I have a question, all right? You can give me a shot, for Christ's sake. And I
told you it was a communist.
Always, of course.
I seen him
So look it
reading
up
something
online.
else.
That was a lie from you. The Holocaust has been taken off. Second,
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I said it's decided to be taken off in 2009.
It won't be. No, it's a lie. That's a right-wing email lie.
Sir,
Read their Jerusalem. Hold on, I got the question. You let me. Okay, the question is, I've been to Nablus. I've been to Hebron. I've been to Ramallah. So when you told him, you know, he hasn't been there, well, let me tell you, I've been there. So I've seen what's going on. Okay? Good. I'm glad many of you have been to Ramallah, Nablus, Jenin, and Hebron. My point is that in Nablus, unlike what you're saying, people are living under apartheid. The system is incredibly cruel. Men who are 35 years old and older are the only people who can leave.
Sir, do you have a question?
My question is, explain to me how that's not apartheid when people are selectively segregated against a city like Nablus.
Look, you're talking about, racial segregation. Look, in America we have problems about racism here. I mean, in America, what do you have in America? You got blacks who sometimes can have a problem with a job and what have you. The Arab Jews, when they immigrated to Israel, they were sometimes looked down by the Ashkenazi Jews, you know. So you never talk about the Arab Jews who really kind of suffered some segregation. Yet you keep thinking that Israelis wanted to segregate Palestinians. Now, here's the question I have.
All Arabs are Palestinians.
Can I
stop complaining?
Sir, let us speak.
Okay. Now, you have in the Palestinian areas, dominated areas, you have Jewish communities. You have Qubbat Rahim, which I used to live right across the street, the mountain from, was right ahead of us. You have many, what you call here in Berkeley, you call them settlements. You have Jewish communities living in the Palestinian areas. You have 1.2 million Arabs living in Israel proper. Okay? Yes, you never hear about the 1.2 million Arabs living in Israel proper. All of them carry Israeli passports. They have the right to vote. They have the right for all kinds of things. Yet you never talk about the Jews who are in Palestine proper, who never get to vote, who have to live with, barbed wire. I can challenge you anything. I can go right now to Tel Aviv if I was a Muslim, and I'd spread it out towards Mecca, pray 5 times a day, nobody would touch you. Now, would you dare go to Ramallah and stand for 5 minutes and decide for some reason, just to experiment my question, to put a kippah on your head and tell me if you live for 5 minutes? You would say,
yes! Yes!
My friend Amy, she lives in Ramallah.
You were there, you finished the question. You were there as a pro-Palestine kind of advocacy. Of course, you go there, apartheid, carry demonstrations. I know that kind. You see, you're not there as an objective.
You changed the topic.
Sir, can you please sit down? You asked your question.
I'll leave. I'll leave. You're just gonna lie.
Leave. Woo! Hey!
Oh, wait, as we go over a few ground rules real fast, outline all the rules in place
For terrorism in America, here's all the evidence. I mean, I'll show you the evidence, literal. A financial transaction, the whole thing. Here's Jawad Yunus, his brother Kamal Yunus in Chicago, was testifying against me. Jawad Yunus, these people, this guy was the attorney for one of the most notorious terrorists of Al-Qaeda. Okay, for your information. He had one hand. I even knew he has one hand. As I examined his hand, he has a plastic arm. It blew up from a bomb in Israel. He was extradited from Israel to Jordan without permission to come back. That's the people who were testifying against me, of course. I have a cousin, Shoebat, who is in prison. You can see the articles in the newspaper. I can show you. If you like Google, you like to click on stuff, I can send you clickety-click links. You see an Israeli minister visiting her in prison because her friend blew himself up when we saw his blood, when she saw his head explode. When we first pushed the button, the head shoots up like a rocket, She saw the situation. She didn't have the guts to push the button and blow herself up. Her name is Shoebat, my cousin. You have clickety-click-clicks to my cousin Walid Shoebat, who was killed by the Israelis on his way to Ben Yehuda Street to plant a bomb and kill innocent Jews in Ben Yehuda Street. I can show you the clickety-click-clicks all you want. You have Jawad Yunus writing a letter to Hassan Nasrallah, congratulating him with his name, number 4. Jawad Yunus, my uncle, my cousin, saying, congratulations for your war against Israel and America. Those are the people who will go to the media and began to kind of discount my credibility. When I wrote my rebuttal, for your information, sir, to the Jerusalem Post felt so compelled and so embarrassed that they published the article, yet they took a lot of the details there, afraid of a lawsuit. So don't come to me with this kind of baloney accusation that I'm a fraud. Thank you very much.
Next question, this side, please.
Well, maybe say something. Here you are. This is how the hate that we're talking about. You're talking the same thing. You're inviting the same hate. And this is who you really are. You know, when they accused me by the professor, you know, too, when they accused me I took bombs, I was answering what he finished.
Sir, can you please listen to the speaker?
When they accused me with this, that professor did not listen to the DVD that we recorded that day. And after we reviewed this, he looked very silly all over the nation because I never said I took bombing the bomb under Israel. I said, I told the story today, right there, you heard it.
What do you actually suggest? I mean, on a more practical note, are you looking at laws of segregation? Are you looking at throwing in jail everyone that doesn't declare himself moderate? Are we looking at a global war against anyone?
Very good question.
Please.
I love your question. Number one, I was born in Beirut, Lebanon. Today, my cousin is the holy of holy of Islam. What I referred to before was a mistake as a wazir, the grand wazir, to hide his identity. He's the grand imam today in my country. He is my cousin. We played together on the street, Lord, is Beirut, Lebanon. Number two, the wake-up call. There's right there in the American flag, there's bought by blood, paid for by brave men and women to keep that country free, to keep this country set aside. Today, the whole terrorist world is afraid of America because they set them back and they put holes in all the infrastructure. Today, my speaking engagement, the wake-up call for the American children is one day, today based on your opinion, based on your action, your children will either be slaves or either be free. Because these people that we are dealing with, like what we came for, we have an agenda. And the wake-up call that I was talking about is watch out for all this. Today, you have the right as an American to ask the question, what are you doing in my country? What do you want with my country? Show me that you are bringing peace like you said you are. Instead, you're telling me one thing and the second day it comes in the newspaper just like this young man. He came to criticize. He did not come for a solution. He already made up his mind and he was just trying to prove something. Just like, you know, so my wake-up call to America is know who is in front of you. Start getting involved. The Muslim today in the United States of America, we were commending the Muslim to invest 10% of their time with the school, with the government, with the governors, with the everybody. As America, we need to be involved on every level and start seeing what's happening on the other side.
Wait, sir. On a practical note.
Ma'am, no follow-up
That
question.
was the same question. It was not answered.